Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to my Facebook Live. Today's April 4th. This is Sasha Wilson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So if you're joining us for the first time, say hello and let me know where you're joining from. Also, if you're watching the replay, I do go back and read all the comments. So let me get this pulled up so I can see your comments on here while we're live. Today I'm going to be sharing with you this Happy and Heartfelt stamp set. This is from the mini catalog, and I love it. I love the font on it. I love all the little different sayings. It can be used for lots of different things. So this is what the stamp set we're going to be featuring today, and I'm going to be using two of the in colors that are going away. So Misty Moonlight and Magenta Madness. One second. Pulling up your comments here. Okay, so if you're joining, say hello so I know who's watching. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the cards that I'm doing today are actually they're kind of similar to some cards that I did. I had an online bingo event on Saturday, and I had some extra packets cut. So I am going to be sharing some similar cards, and then I also did some examples using some different designer series paper to kind of mix it up and show different ideas. So let me go over the housekeeping things first. So today we're using Happy and Heartfelt. We're using two of the in colors that are going away, Misty Moonlight and Magenta Madness. And I'm also using the in color jewels to embellish my cards. And these are going away as well. They're retiring. So the retiring items are while supplies last. Here is my current hostess code. So if you'd like to place an order with me, I'd so appreciate it. And if you use this hostess code, if you place an order anytime between now and April 16th, if you spend $35 or more, I will send you a card kit with all the supplies needed for my monthly card class. So we make 4 cards in that class. And this month I am featuring the Cactus Cuties. So I'm featuring the stamp set and the punch. However, the cards are pretty versatile, so if you don't have this stamp set, you can use something similar to make the cards. Okay, and if you spend $50 or more, this applies to anyone. You always get my monthly tutorial bundle for free, and this comes by email. Okay, so I collaborate with other demonstrators, and each month we put together this tutorial. So this one from March has 37 projects in it. Lots of them featuring some of the mini catalog stamp sets, and some of them feature some of the regular stamp sets out of the annual catalog. So that's free to anyone that purchases $50 or more. And then I will have these posted on the sorry, I keep saying a lot. I will have the hostess code posted when I post this video, okay? So if you'd like to place an order, you'll get that. And my card class will be next week. I was going to do it on Monday, but I'm going to be out of town. And I thought about recording it, but I'd really like to do it live, so I might do it on Wednesday. So, hey Amanda, thanks for joining. Okay, so the cards that I'm sharing today, they feature this designer series paper. Let's see here. Where's my package? That was a celebration offering, the Sunshine and Rainbows. So I know this was very popular. The designer series paper was one of the most popular celebration items. All 3 of the designer series paper were the top 3 sellers. So I'm sure lots of people have this designer series paper out there. So I am using this designer series paper. And then I'm actually using the dies that coordinate with the Rainbow of Happiness on one of my cards. And then another one I'm using the Cloud Punch, okay? So I am going to show examples using different designer series paper. My third example is going to be using the Sweet Talk. So I have a lot of this designer series paper left over from Valentine's Day, and I want to show you how you can use it on cards that they don't have to be Valentine's. So I'll be sharing those. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have questions along the way, feel free to ask. If I miss them while I'm demonstrating live, I always go back and answer. And the other thing I wanted to do was, I need a free gift for today. So, give me 1 second. Oops. All right. So this will be my free gift today. So if you are so obliged to, if you would share my video and comment share, it helps other people see my videos. It helps me grow my customer base, and it helps share the fun with others. So if you share it and comment shared, I will draw a winner on Thursday to win this stamp set. If you already have this stamp set and you win, just let me know, and I'll pull something else that you wouldn't. I'll find another stamp set that you don't have, because I have lots of them. Okay. So hi Pauline, thanks for joining. All right, so let's get started. So the first card I'm going to share with you. Let's see here. Let's save that one for last. So the first card I am going to share with you is this one here. Okay. And so all the cards today have very minimal stamping. So I am going to recreate this card, but I am going to use this Happy and Heartfelt stamp set. So originally when I made it, I used the Rainbow of Happiness stamp set, and you'll see I used this little stamp right here. The Thanks is a die from the mini catalog, so that's just cut out. And then the little cloud is from the designer series paper from Celebration, and a couple of the sheets coordinate with the cloud punch. So, like I said, we're using all the cloud punch on most of these cards today, okay? So for this card, I'm going to recreate it, and I'm going to do slightly different colors. So I have this piece. So this is just your typical card base. This piece is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. It's a perfect square. And this is 2 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and we're going to layer that on. And then I just have 2 circles here. We have dies, and if you've been stamping for a while, we have punches. Back when they were tired, I still save mine and use them all the time. But just two circles, it doesn't matter what shape, and then we have our cloud. Okay, so we'll see which one we want to do, but this is the card we're recreating. Okay, and then so for the sentiment, the words say thanks. So let's see. Let's see here. I'm not sure what to stamp it. I don't know why this always becomes hard when I'm on a video. Let's see, we'll say thank you and thanks. Let's see, you could say thanks I have you, thanks you matter to me. I guess I'll do the thanks you matter to me. Okay. And I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight ink. Okay. Get my block here. So I'm going to stamp first, and I'm going to stamp this smaller circle. And I'm going to stamp just a little bit towards the bottom. This is a circle, so we don't have to worry about it being straight. Just turn the paper if it's not. Okay. All right. Okay, and so this is part of a die, so you can cut both of these out, and the white is on the background. So I'm going to glue this down. And so for those that are new to watching me, if you were to ask me what my favorite adhesive is, it's all of the adhesives in the catalog. It just depends on the project and what I'm doing. I use them all. So for this, I'm going to use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to position that over the white, and we'll set that aside to dry for a minute. And then we're ready to assemble our card. So we'll take our half a sheet of cardstock, and this is the Magenta Madness. Okay, and fold it in half. And then here, I'm going to use my Seal Plus, because it goes a little faster. And I'm going to place this down right here. I think I need to adjust my camera a little, move this up a bit. Okay. And then we'll put this down. And so I'm going to have this just kind of hanging over on the edge a little. I might put it down a little here. Okay, and when I'm determining my colors, I just pull them from my designer series paper. Okay, and so I'm going to put this circle here, and I'm going to have it kind of hanging off a little. Hanging off onto that designer series paper, so the eye doesn't, it's kind of all over the card there. And then for my larger circle, I'm going to use dimensionals. Okay, and we'll stick that on, kind of overlapping. Just like so. And then for one of my clouds, I'm going to use the dimensionals as well. And we'll put this kind of in the middle there. And then I'm ready to put down my thanks. So I'm going to use a little more liquid glue, just kind of in the center, because I'm going to stick it right on the clouds there. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could glue this down, but I'm not going to. I want it to stay up, okay? And then we can decorate it with some of our in-color jewels. So I think for this one, I like how these have the clear, because you can kind of pick them up and move them to kind of figure out what colors you want where. I'll stick that there. And then the little ones, like so. And then I think I'll do some little yellow ones here. And then maybe do some of the blue right up here. Like so. So there's our first card. So you can see how I kind of mixed it up with the different designer series paper. And then here I'm going to show you how I used a totally different designer series paper. Let me get it. So here's my third example, and this uses the Sweet Talk designer series paper. So that's this one, right? So I want to show you how you can switch out the designer series paper, and I want to share how you can use some of this Sweet Talk designer series paper, even though it's not Valentine's Day. So that's our first card. I hope you like it. Okay. So now for our second card, we are going to do something like this one. Okay, but again, I'm going to switch up the colors. So here, I have the Mango Melody, which is the same as this in my Whisper White base. But I chose different designer series paper. And this little piece is just a strip of this cut off at 1.5 inches. Okay. And then again, I have my cloud. And Mother's Day is coming up. I never seem to have enough Mother's Day. So in this set, it has one that says Happy Mom Day, and it has a little heart inside with the mom. So that's the one that I'm going to use on this. And I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight because there's no pink in this one. So get our stamp the right direction. And I'm just stamping on the cloud my words. Okay, and then again, just a circle. And then we're ready to assemble. Let's fold my cardstock in half. My designer series paper. Use my silk gloss. Nope. And we'll put this onto the base of our card. And then this is supposed to be like a little sun peeking out from the cloud. So we'll just put it right here. And then I'll put some dimensionals on my cloud. Pop it up. This is a quick and easy card. If you need to make a bunch of them, you could. If you wanted to make like an assortment to give as a gift, this would be a fun card to do that with. And I'm not going to put any embellishments on this one. I'm just going to leave it plain. And so here is the first one. And then here's my second one. You can see the different look just by changing the designer series paper. And then here's my third one using the Sweet Talk designer series paper. So what do you think? Think it's a good way to use your designer series paper up? If you're like me, you got a lot of this rainbow stuff. Okay. Okay, so that's our second card. For our third card, we are going to make this one here. Again, super simple. We just changed the direction, added a little strip of cardstock. Okay, again, we're stamping our sentiment on our cloud. In the Rainbow of Happiness, it has these little tiny hearts, which I love. They're little hearts, but they kind of look like raindrops. I think they go perfectly with this. So, and I think I'm going to do this one Happy Mom Day as well, because like I said, I need lots of those cards. And I'm going to stamp the words in pink in the Magenta Madness on my cloud. Okay. And then I have my little hearts, and I'm just going to make those blue. And come in and put a couple there. And maybe a couple right there. Like so. Okay. Lori says the heart's reminder of a flock of birds. They do. They're real dainty and sweet. They're kind of shaped like that too. So I can totally see how you see that in those. All right. So again, you can switch up the paper. I really like this one with the rainbows. One of the things I love about Stampin' Up! Is they're so on trend. There must be some underground world where all the designers go to figure out what's going to be the trends. Because we have the rainbows, and now everywhere I go, I see the rainbows on bags, on towels, everywhere. And that happens every year. I think I notice it more in spring, but even at Christmas time too. So I love that. And they take the guesswork out of everything because all the colors coordinate. So, all right, put that down. Now I'm just gonna, again, I'm using liquid glue here so that if I want to move this around a little bit before it's totally dry, I can. And I'm going to be mindful where I put it because I do want this sun to show, and I do want it to hang over a little. Little details like that just add a little more character to the card when you do little things like that. And someone else might not notice it, but I promise you, if I had two cards next to each other and one was totally lined up and one was kind of offset like this, this one would probably be a little more pleasing to look at. More interesting, I guess, would be the word. So again, use our dimensionals. And then plop that on. Okay. And this one I'm going to leave plain. I put some some of the jewels on this one, which is kind of fun, but I'm going to leave this one without them. Okay. And ready to see my third one with the Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. So this one I made a thank you card, and it's got the little candies and sweets on it, so it's thank you. So there's the 3 cards. Great way to make a bunch of cards and use up your designer series paper. Okay, one more card to share with you. This one is the shaker card. Now, it uses the rainbow dies, and it uses the paper in the background. And then it has, these are retired, but it's the little ice cream corner sprinkles. You could put anything inside that you want. These little dies are from the Rainbow of Happiness set, and so are the words, but I'm going to change up mine today. So this is the card that we made in my bingo, okay, and I shared how to make this into a shaker card. However, I am out of window sheets, so I have to do a different type of shaker card, okay. So that's this one, okay. So what I have to start with is I have my base on Whisper White. And it's just a half a sheet of cardstock scored in the middle, and then I die cut this out with the rainbow dies. Okay, and so I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, and let's see. For this one, I have this, which is just like a little accent. And this comes in the rainbow dies, and then I just cut a little Whisper White piece of cardstock the same length. Now you'll see on here I cut this down, so what I actually did was I stamped it first where I wanted it, and then I cut it down to fit my card. But I wasn't quite sure what I was going to stamp on here, so I'm leaving it long. Okay. So on this one, we have a congratulations. It's a little longer. Maybe we'll do that one. Yeah, the congratulations. So that one's right here. And for those watching that are new to me, I don't put the stickers on my stamps, so that's why you don't see anything on the back. It just works better for me. So I do include the sticker sheet. So I do stick it back here. That way, if I ever sell this stamp set or give it away to somebody and they do like the stickers, it's there for them to use if they want. But I choose not to put them on. Okay, so congratulations. So for this one, I chose a different paper. So I chose the hearts, which is actually the other side of the rainbow. Okay, and that's important because that might determine what color I stamp this. I guess we kind of have like blue and pink. It could be like a baby card. So let's see here. So I guess I'll do the pink because it matches the pink on there, and the blue doesn't match so much. So I'll stamp this here. And I'm going to stamp it in the center. Okay. If you find that you get halos a lot on when you're stamping, it's most likely because you're pushing too hard on the ink pad and then you're pushing too hard on your paper. So when the girls come over to class, I always train them tap, tap, tap. So tap, tap, tap on your ink pad, and then when you go down, just go straight down, and you don't have to squish it. If you have enough ink on your stamp, there's no need to squish it down. When you squish it down, you're more likely to get the edges, which you can see here on my edge. I did have ink on there, but it didn't get on my cardstock. The other thing is don't rock. When you rock is when you get those halos as well. So just go straight down. Okay. So I'm going to glue this on, and then I'm going to trim it up. So we'll glue that on just like so with the liquid glue, and I'm going to let that sit for a minute because if I try to mess with it while it's still wet, it will move. And so I told you that I was out of window sheets. So with the window sheet, all I did was glued the window sheet down, and then I actually used the edges of the dimensionals to create a window, put your sprinkles in, and then put your paper on top. I cut this just 1/4 of an inch in so that it fits perfectly, and it will look finished on the inside as well. Okay, but since I don't have window sheets, I am going to improvise, and I'm going to use a clear envelope. So if you don't have these clear envelopes, Stamp It Up sells them. I really encourage you to have at least one package on hand. These are good if you participate in swaps. These are good if you want to make, like if your card matches your wrapping paper or your bag or something like that. I almost prefer to put it in the clear bag than to put it in a white envelope, because then everyone can see the card as it's sitting there with the bag. But they're very useful, and so we're going to do a shaker card with these. So first you have to figure out where it's going to fit. Okay, so obviously the envelope is going to be bigger than your card because it's designed for your card to fit in there, right? But I think we can make it fit this way. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to seal it up. Let's see here. I'm going to have to seal it up and make sure, let's see here, that it doesn't show through my window. So I'm actually going to do it this direction, okay? So we are going to put some of these in here. I'm putting a bunch because I don't really have, I don't know what I'll use these for again, so. And I really want the card to be fun, so you can see when we put these in, we can move them around like that, okay? So then for the second part, you're going to need your tear tape or sticky strip. If this is sticky strip is the old red stuff that you had to use scissors with. Stamp It Up now sells the tear tape, which is awesome because it just tears. So I'm going to seal this closed up here at the top. And then I need to figure out where I need to seal it to fit in here so that it's not hanging out, right? So we're going to put, this is what we're going to do. I have to think about this for a minute. This here is a total of about 3 3/4 inches, 3.5, going over here, from here to here. Can you see that? Okay, so that's how long I need this thing to be. So I need to fold over some of the paper, or some of the envelope, because it won't fit in here if I don't. So I'm putting down some tear tape here. Okay, and you want to make sure that these stay down there. And they're falling out, but we're going to fix that. And I'm going to fold this over like so. Okay. I think I kind of messed up already. We don't want this part to show, so I need to put more tape down here. Okay, and then we need to fold our top down. So I need it to come down to about here. So that it will fit in the card. And so then when we put it in, you can see like that. Does that make sense? Remove those because they're probably confusing everybody. They just are some extra stragglers that fell out. Okay. So now to glue this inside, you can see where they're going to see this part, right? So I need to glue this down here and over here and down here. I'm not going to put any glue on this side. And that's going to be okay because then I'm going to glue this down as well and it's going to cover it. It's going to hide it, okay? So I'm going to first use tear tape. And put this down. And I'm just moving these so I can get this flat down here. And then we'll peel those off. Now this is kind of popped up and I want it to have room to move in there. I don't want to squish it down all the way. So because of that, I'm going to use some dimensionals for this piece, okay? And I am actually going to use, like I said, I like all adhesive, so I have these foam adhesive strips. So that's what I'm going to use for this. And so I can put one right here along this edge. And I can put another one on this edge. And then one on the top and the bottom, and I'm going to cut this in half. And then when I peel those off, sorry the light's funny, let me get the... There we go. Okay, and again, we wanted the hearts down. So now I'm just going to center this on my paper so that it looks nice and finished on the inside. Okay. So it's like that. And then we have our shaker card. Okay. If you need to, you can trim this up here. It's sealed, so it's not, they're not going to come out. Okay. And then down here we have our words. And so here I'm gonna cut just where these scallops are. And it looks just about centered. Okay, and I'm gonna put this down here. And I'm gonna use dimensionals. Just like so. And there's your card. Lots of fun. Shaker card. Okay. So then for this last card, here's our shaker card with the window sheet. Now if you have window sheets, I prefer window sheets. However, if you don't have them, which I didn't, and I wanted to show you how to make a shaker card, here we improvised and used the clear envelope, and it still looks nice on the inside. Same with this one. And so for our third example, this one I actually didn't make into a shaker card. I just put some of that designer series paper in the background and put I love you. And then you have a quick and easy card. So those are the cards today that I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed them. If you participated in bingo and you watched this, I hope you got some extra ideas. And let me share with you again. This is my hostess code that I have open right now. Any size order gets a thank you card. $35 or more will get my kit in the mail. And if you spend $50 or more, you'll also get the tutorial bundle by email. So you don't have to do anything except place your order online, use the hostess code, and I'll automatically send this stuff to you. And my monthly card class will be featuring the, lost it here, the Cactus Cuties stamp set. So this stamp set and the punch. I'll be doing a card class. I'll show 4 different cards with these next week. And if you would be so kind to share my video, I will do a drawing on Thursday for this stamp set. If you already have this stamp set and you win, just let me know, and I'll find another stamp set that you don't have that's brand new that I can send to you, okay? So thanks for joining. If you'd like to join me again, next week I won't be going live on Monday because I will be out of town. However, going forward, Mondays at 4 p.m., mark your calendar if you want to join me every week. That's going to be my new time going forward. So thanks for spending a little time crafting with me today, and I hope the rest of your Monday is beautiful. Bye, ladies.